animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back. Back of the end zone for a touchback.
We're set. 19. Alert. 15. 9 to go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the carry, it's Cook.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10 at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's
good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And now it's 2nd down.
He's set. 18. Keep the points down. He's coming. On him, go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Watch it slap. Watch it slap. Watch it slap. Spine. No.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Back to throw, Watson. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Now Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
51 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Got Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Got it.
To throw is Wilson. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now he's forced out left. Now he'll let it go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Seahawks nothing.
Check 50, check 50. Friday. 51, go. Here we go.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Wilson's pass intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Tempo.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out left. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, It makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And that is going to be incomplete.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, 14. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Check. Crunch.
Now a give, right side. Thompson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Go. Look for signal. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Kill. Get him all. Rest. Jam. Switch. Got it. Mike 51.
On first down, here's Love. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
51, Mike 51. Watch the slant. 51's a mess. All you get is a headache. Hey guys, listen. 51.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10.
51's the Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here 12.
On first down, Love. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Thompson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Darwin Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the
Cook strip. The ball's out.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. 19. Let's get it.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike. Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. 14, 14. You better be afraid of me. Hey, screen,
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. It's Thompson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Alert, 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 alert. Check. 51's the mic, 51's the mic. Let's go, D. 51's the mic, boy, 51. Hey, come on now. Spotted. Go. Spotted. Spot that.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
What? 315. 51's the mic. I'm coming. Shoot. Go, guys, slow down. Alert 3. Tight. Alert. Booster T.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Forced out to his left. Open man is Jacob Hollister. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. On first down, it's Love. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Thompson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
What? 280. Mike 51. He don't know no better. 19. Under 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
14.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On first down, Love. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this.
Touch 50, touch 50. Here I come again. Here I come.
Here's Love again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
380. 51 to Mike. Watch that, watch that. Kill. Okay. Yeah.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
40.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 24. Check 24. Switch.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Bryce Love, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? He already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Mike 54.
On first down, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
I smell fear in that offense.
Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. Fights off the defender. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Bryce Love with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now. It's Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 9, Mike 9. 65. 65. Mike 9, Mike 9. Hey, we got
On 4th down, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Quick, 280. Watch, good job right there. Watch QB drop.
On first down, Thompson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Let's set a time. Bang out. Spam. Go, go, go. Mike 51. Come on, boy. Come on.
Now Wilson to throw on third down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Double count right here, double count. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. One left.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DJ Reader. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, switch gears. 54.
Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. Cook. And an Allen to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I got one. Mike 9.
To throw is Watson. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who's one of the most precise route runners.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Texans get a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Friday. 66, pull it, ha! Shift, watch the shift! Check 37. Hey, alert 3.
On first down, Love. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Get wide. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Go 14.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Kill. Turn it up. Good job right there. Check 31. SOS. Switch. 51 the mic, boy. 51. 3 buzz.
On the carry, it's Love. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch the screen. Check 13.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Who let in? That's what I do. Good guys, 4 down. 51, Mike, 51. Go. Mike, 51.
Wilson wants to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop.